An evening ritual as comical as it is heartwarming. A ragtag orphan bunch brought together by grim circumstance. The misfortune to be born with a horn. The good fortune to cross paths with Petronel Nieuwoudt.
If you think about it, everyone wants a home and a future.
Yeah.
And if we can help as best as we can to give them a home and give them a future, then I think, like you said, it is sad, yes. But there's a happiness in a story if you can give them a future and you know their babies will be fine.
Yeah.
So many stories of trauma and triumph. Petronel never set out to have the world's largest sanctuary for rhino orphans, but when poaching escalated dramatically a decade ago, her calling was clear.
To create an atmosphere where they can heal, I think that's everything.
People and animals are adapting, learning on the run. Before dusk, the walk back to barracks and dinner. But in every family, there is some dysfunction.
This is the straggler, this is Hawk, who picked a fight today, came out second best. So he's on his lonesome, not a happy chappy.
Thousands of animals and many people have died in this drawn-out struggle.
There's always a threat because these crime syndicates infiltrate. As much as we have an integrated model that we are working on to ensure the animals are safe, they've got a model where they work hard at finding out intelligence as to what's happening.
So you've had to put up with looking after these two, have you, all this time?
For 18 months, Aussie Morgan Pelt and Chris's son Garth have been shooting Disunity the film, examining the controversial trade in rhino horn from all sides. It will illuminate the reality of a deeply emotional issue. Chris is proud of what they've achieved already.
The message that's in there, that I've seen, the little bit I've seen, is it's very thought-provoking, and I think that's what's important.
These days, a project needs social media moments. They come unannounced, like this one. When an itch really needed a scratch, Garth did the job. When a call comes in, a helicopter rescue team is mobilised. A race begins to save another young rhino from dying. They've all seen the worst and the best of humanity at the sanctuary.
And she then had this massive wound. You can put both your hands in the wound. It looks like the poachers used a gun with a silencer. So they killed her mom, and when they tried to maybe kill her as well or get her away from her mom's carcass, they shot her in the shoulder. It's Venus group coming.
There's no PDF on the internet that says this is how we do this. This is how you rear rhinos and successfully release them back into the wild. There is none like that. What we are doing, I believe, is we are writing that manual at the moment. Challenging sometimes, but very rewarding and incredibly exciting to be on a daily basis with it.
That one, which one is Rose's?
Roses over here.
Okay, fantastic.
The huge daily workload is shared by staff and volunteers from around the world. Sarah Collins Stokes is one of them.
They want to live. Every animal wants to live. Like, they just, sometimes they need a help. The reason, why they're doing badly is actually because of us, like people. If we weren't there, actually, they'd be fine almost. But because we seem to be getting them in a bad situation, they need good people to come and help them out, basically.
And the new friendships they made here, for them to understand a little bit of Africa and understand the poaching situation. I strongly believe then they go back, and you found that more and more people will understand that the demand must stop.
That demand for rhino horn in lands far away drives the killing and the crimes. The price paid in blood on the savannas of Africa.
As high as 99% of all incursions and all poaching incidents are inside jobs. As we've recently found, we found 2 moles within the system.
The need for mobile security at the sanctuary is also saving horses.
So I'm quite proud of this new phase in the development and the security of rhinos, because it also gives other animals a chance.
In this never-ending battle to care for rhinos, both Petronel and Chris rely heavily on international and corporate donors for their financial lifeline. But there are much bigger plans afoot here that will hopefully ensure that care for wild rhino sanctuary carries on for generations.
Definitely the camp, a tented camp where you can have an experience with the rhinos without intruding on them is something that will generate a really good opportunity for us to be able to become more sustainable.
To have visitors from across the water is amazing. To be able to take the plight of saving the rhino back home so that we can add worldwide pressure for everyone, that we make sure that the species survives. Because that's ultimately what it is. It's not our rhinos, it's the world's rhinos. If they go extinct, no one gets to see them.
We will not fail and we will not give up. I don't tackle things that I can't complete and make sure that they're a success.